Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here with an overview of the D8 Scantool. This Scantool is made by XTOOL. XTOOL has a good reputation for having really good customer service. They'll email you back. They'll add functions to their Scantool. There's a lot of things that they'll do if it's within the scope of the tool, and they're very responsive. So if you email them and ask them questions about the Scantool, they definitely will get back with you. So anyway, let me start back over here. Going through the special functions menu. I'm not gonna delve into anything here. I'm just showing you what's here in the special functions menu. Here in the report, if you do any live data or anything like that, it'll be here. On the remote control, I guess this is some sort of remote connection you can have with a remote diagnosis you could have, say, with XTOOL or someone else. As far as updates, here's all the updates listed. Again, I only have the ones installed that I needed, so you would download everything from here. Under settings, these are just basic settings, so I'm just going to go kind of slow here so you can see those. And extended functions, apparently they may have a boroscope out here for this instrument, or maybe one in the making is some sort of xCloud service. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe that's some sort of cloud-based service where you can store information and things like that. All right, so there's two options here to scan your car. So you can go to diagnosis. And as you can see, your ODB2 is here. They have demo, and then you can pick between whatever country you want, like Asia, China, Australia, that sort of thing. ODB2, just to show you what's under here. We just hit auto scan. We just go to this. I'm not going to really run anything. I just want to show you just what the menu looks like. It's very layered. They have a lot of information here. Because really what I want to do is I just want to do a quick auto scan. I'm sitting inside my 2010 Buick LaCrosse, and I just wanted to do a few little things like a simple. I'm gonna do system diagnose. I'm gonna do a little actuation test here just to show you some things you can do with this thing. For example, where did it go? Let's see. I'm looking for the windshield wipers. Power steering control, steering angle. Let's see, where did that go? Might be under. Let's look on the instrument cluster real quick. Actuation tests. Okay, we can do all these actuations here. Maybe on the body control module. So many things here in this thing. I mean, it is amazing. That's all I gotta say. Special functions. Actuation test. Okay, wipers. Anyway, let me cut my wipers on so you just look at my windshield, and we will actually cut the windshield wipers on low. I will stop them, and wherever you stop, they'll stop. Let's do windshield wiper relay. It's not really showing anything here, so I hit active. It actually sprays. Then go inactive. Go back. Windshield mode. And just wiper relay. Let's do that. Let's just clean the windows off really quick. This is pretty awesome. So again, this is, for example, if your windshield wipers say stop working, you could test this to say, hey, is it a motor or is it something else? This is telling you that at least the motor is okay. Maybe there's something upstream of the motor causing it not to work. So this is just an example of something you can do. I'm not going to do a lot of things here, but I just wanted to show you just what this thing has to offer. You can pick all of these modules here. Let's go back. Let's go to system diagnose, ECU, front wheel drive. Let's just look at some live data really quick. Let's just look at my fuel trim data. Fuel trim looking okay for this car, not great. Long term in the bank one is negative 14, which is again not ideal, but it's not too far outside of the 10% acceptable range. But everything else is looking okay. Again, this is a 2010, so I don't expect everything to be perfect on this car. All right. So if you want to look at the graph, you would hit graph, and you can look at it in this way, which is the immediate form, or you can look in the let me hit waveform, and you would get some information here, and it would begin displaying this as in a wave, as you can see. All right, so I'm gonna just back out of here. Oh, let me go this way here. All right, so let's look at engine data. You can get all sorts of information here. I don't really know how to combine graphs from different parts just yet, but because again, I'm just still learning this tool. But anyway, you get to see some things. So we go to ECU control module. Let's hit read trouble code. There's no trouble codes, obviously. And then we go back. Let me see here, read ECU, clear trouble, live data, special functions. Okay, and then we can go back and we can do, let's do auto diagnose, and what'll happen, it'll diagnose every system. And so just to show you how this works, what it'll do, it'll go through, we'll just say I think it's equipped, yeah. And what'll happen is it'll go through all of the things like ECU, body control module, electronic parking brake, radio. I mean, every computer module that's on this car, this thing will tap into it, and we'll see if there's something in that module that's not showing up. For example, just because your check engine light is not on, that don't mean that there's not any code somewhere else or some other things that may need some attention from time to time. And sometimes some of these codes don't mean much of anything, especially if it's an older car. Now, if you got a newer car, maybe that's like 3 years old, and they got like some weird codes. Like, for example, I got 17 body control modules, but it's really nothing's probably to do with because I put LED bulbs in here on my interior. All my bulbs on the interior are LED bulbs. I took my halogen bulb or incandescent bulbs out. I mean, it could be something like that, for example. So anyway, just because you see some codes, it don't necessarily mean that it's something necessarily. As long as your car is running fine and you're not losing any power, any performance, any gas mileage, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Again, but that's something you can talk to a professional about. I'm just speaking for me as a DIY person who do my own mechanic. Again, you can see my toolbox and things right out front here. I do everything to the extent that I can do. I know my limits and I know my capabilities, and if I feel like I can't go past that, then I will hand it over to a professional. All right, so while this is reading, I'll tell you a little bit more things about the Scantool. It has 3 years updates, which is fantastic. So after the update period, if you don't choose not to pay to get any more updates, you still can use this Scantool as is, but everything you have downloaded. So before the 3 years updates is up, you should download everything you need to ensure that you have it installed on this unit so you can use it. Again, their customer support from XTOOL, I mean, I got a chain of emails, probably 12 or 15 emails, and they email me back every single time, and I just can't say enough about that. With a real answer instead of some corporate type jargon. I have heard stories where people said they was looking for particular functions and that were not on the tool, and they came back a few weeks later and added it. I will say this, it's worth a shot. You could call them, I mean, you could email them and ask, because whatever they determine is within the scope of this tool is probably what they'll update. So, meaning that if they have another level or tool that's supposed to have more functions, or that function you're asking for, they probably won't consider adding it to this tool. But with that said, I mean, if you are a serious DIYer, this is a great investment. Again, it has so many things for the price that it costs. It was $6.99 on Amazon, and I got a code I believe can get you 8% off. That's going to be in the description. And if you say like me, got a credit card or something that has cash back on it and you pay for it, I mean, you even get a further discount. But I mean, it's not necessarily something that most people that's in the DIY are going to buy. But if you around this level of tool, this here is the one that by far that I've read a lot of reviews and read a lot about, and say that this here's the one that most people would recommend buying. And the D7 actually is probably what would fit most people needs. I'm the kind of person, I just like to always go to the next level. But the D7 will also be linked in the description, and you will also find a discount code for that. And that discount code doesn't work, somebody please let me know in the comments and I'll remove it. And what will happen is that I'll find another one. And you can always email XTOOL, and I'll leave their email in the description as well, because again, they're very responsive and they're very accommodating to their customers, as far as I can tell, and as far as most other people can tell if you read reviews and things like that. So all right, so everything's finished, and we have everything here. Parking, let's just take a look at parking assist module. Well, when you do the report, it's going to pull up everything. See all these things saying low voltage, back lamps, because again, in my tail lights and places I put LED bulbs everywhere, and it's just probably for some reason the voltage difference that this car is looking for is not, for example, not what it's expecting. So nothing here is concerning. Maybe the tire pressure sensors, maybe this car is 10 years old, maybe the batteries are getting low. They might need to be they're probably going to die at any time now, I'd imagine. I mean, I'm sure they won't last forever. Not sure about the CAN bus communication, global positioning system open, circuit low. It just seems to be like some sort of like electrical stuff, and it could just be the fact that maybe I just need another battery. Maybe my battery is good. Maybe the alternator is not quite as strong as it used to be. Something like that. It's not going to die or anything, but it's probably just not as good as it used to be. It's something like that. So with that said, that is my overview of this tool. I could recommend this tool. If there's something that you want to see with this tool, just let me know, and I'll be happy to show you. With that said, you guys take care. I'm out of time, and I'll see you in the next one.